from Jermaine Morgan TV. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to add a little bit more bounce to your bass line, so stay tuned. Alright, so we're in the key of C sharp, and it's more of a dominant sounding groove. Now the thing I wanted to share with you guys is seeing ways that we can add a little bit more bounce to the groove, because if we play the plain Jane bass line of the song, sometimes it doesn't carry enough weight to make the song move like you want it to move. So I'll demonstrate. Flat 7 to the 4, back to the flat 7, back to the 1, flat 7, 4, same thing. As you can hear, the basic bass line is just... So we want to figure out ways that we can make that move a little bit more. Now, one thing we can start out doing is by adding the octave and the fifth in there. Back. Now let's just add just that much and see how it changes the groove a little bit. As you can hear, that adds just a little bit more bounce to it, and some people you can get away with just that much and it'll be enough. It depends on, again, as I always say, it depends on the genre of music you play, the environment that you're playing in, and of course your music director, if you have one, or the band leader, if they want that type of thing. So always be mindful of those type of things once you start adding more to your bass lines, because everybody's not going to be happy with it. So you have to really be mindful of the environment that you're playing in, and make sure they're cool with the things you're adding, but still learn the stuff, but just be aware of the environment. So all we did there was added the octave and the fifth. So now another thing that I would do is start to add the chromatic in there. So when I'm talking about the chromatic, I'm talking about adding like the 3, walking up to the 5, chromatic. Now we can take that same pattern and do it over every one of those changes. In this particular progression, it works. And if you're on a funk type groove or a dominant sounding groove, you can get away with a lot of that stuff. Now I'll take that, now I'm going to put it in context and make it feel a little different. But this is what I'm going to take. This is the foundation of it. Okay, so now you hear me add that, so that adds a little bit more color to it. Now the next step that I do is I would probably add the octaves along with that chromatic thing and start mixing them up. So here we go. So as you can hear, I'm adding them all in there. The fifth is in there, but it's subtle. So you're hearing the octave and the fifth that I'm adding together. Now, the thing that's standing out the most that really adds the bounce to it, I wanted you guys to get the foundation of everything that I'm doing before I kind of talk about this piece of it, is the rhythmic way that I'm playing. The ghost note, that's the thing that's really making the difference in the whole groove. And you can see kind of what I'm doing with that. Now to put that in context with the groove. So as you can see, it's moving a lot more, but the thing about it, it can sound a little busy if you're doing them all back to back like that. So me, I would always kind of take the approach less is more. Now the way I'm playing, this is the foundation of what I'm building off of. Now I would pick and choose out of all of that stuff. Now that we're using the chromatic, we're using the octaves, now that I know the foundation of what it is I'm doing, and kind of moving this groove around, moving some rhythmic things around, which I won't get into on this. I just wanted to give you guys the foundation of how you can kind of build on starting to make your bass lines bounce a little more. Now, if you really want to get in depth with this lesson, I encourage you to click the link in the description where we'll talk about some of the rhythmic things that I'm doing that you're hearing like at the beginning of the video that adds a little bit more bounce to it. So I encourage you guys to come on, be a part of the monthly membership, and I will see you there. If not, I will catch you guys on next week, and thanks for rocking with me. I'm out. Peace.